So what I'm about to tell you will help you paint any skin tone in any color that you could ever think of. Blue, green, purple, red. Hi, my name is Inisa Day and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing how to choose the right colors when it comes to painting dark skin. These tips I'll be sharing today are actually useful for painting any skin tone. I've seen a lot of advice on the internet on how to paint dark skin, and I just feel like a lot of them are talking about specific shades to use or specific tones like red or purple tones to use. That is not very educative. It's just giving you like a template, but in this tutorial I will be looking into the environment of your character, the lighting that is in the space, and just going more in depth on how to choose the right colors every single time. So make sure that you keep on watching if you really want to learn how to paint skin, especially if you are struggling with dark skin tone, which I feel like a lot of beginner artists struggle with. So keep on watching and hope you enjoy the video. First of all, dark skin is like pale or tan skin. It comes in different shades and in different tones. If you're familiar with makeup, you understand what undertone is, and that will help you determine whether the skin tone is in the reddish or in the yellow spectrum. Like my skin tone, for example, I will deem it as a yellow undertone, while some people with the same color as me will have more of a reddish undertone. So three sketches just to demonstrate different skin tones and see what they will look like in natural lighting. For now, I'm not going to focus on how they will look in different environments. That's why I have a white background there, just so that you can see how they will look in a natural setting with the natural daylight. Sunsets will make it look a bit different, but now we're just going for natural daylight because that can reveal the true skin tone a lot more than any other lighting. So now I'm going to color pick the value of the first sketch because that will help me to pick a color within that value range. So I'm going to pick a color in like the orange color because I feel like orange is quite suitable for this skin tone, and I just make it in the center of the saturation bar because it just works well. But right now I'm going for a really saturated color, but I will change it later on. I think the 50% mark is quite ideal. So I think this is more like a cool tone for that skin tone, and here is a version that's much warmer than that one. So yeah, you see the difference, the cool and then the warm. But yeah, you can see just a slight hue change, but it makes a big difference. That is why I don't believe that you can give a specific color that people can choose from, because it varies a lot. So now I'm just going to pick the next sketch and pick the value, and then go maybe towards a reddish tone as well, maybe to around that same hue range like I did before, or maybe a bit more reddish this time. So I've dragged that in, but I feel like it's a bit too red, so I'll try and pick a warmer color instead. I would want you to pay more attention to the color slider because that will show you how I'm selecting my colors. So now the color is a bit warmer. I'm a bit happy. It's still in the cool tone, but it's quite warmer than it was before, because I think before it just looked too red. So now I've selected the color for the last skin. This one is quite dark, deep dark, and I feel like very dark skin tone tend to shift more to the red and purple hue. but it could also be much warmer than this. And this is how all the skin tone look together. And the method I'm teaching you now works for any skin tone. So you can try blue, for example, and it just works well with it. So there's no specific way. If you're trying to go for a more unnatural character, that's fine, that's great. You can do that as well. Same technique, just different hue. When it comes to skin color, I believe that for dark skin, you should pick between the 50% mark of the saturation, because if you start to go to the desaturated parts, the skin tone starts to look a bit ashy and gray. So I wouldn't advise picking from that selection. As you can see how it looks in this drawing, it looks very ashy and gray. But it can work well for light skin, but for deep dark skin or even tan skin, I don't think picking a desaturated color is advisable. To prevent this video from being too long, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to divide it into two parts. This part is focusing on coloring your character, and the next part will be focusing on how to blend your characters into the environments that you put them in. And I think it's a lot easier that way, just making the video as short as possible. So maybe we should try another color as well, like an unnatural color, a green color, just to see what green will look like. So right off the back, I think the character is looking a little bit too green. That's because it's too saturated. So I'm going to go back to the 50% mark and just see, maybe that will work a lot better. And also maybe I should pick a warmer tone, because I feel like this is too green for my own preference. So it still has that green color, but it's just more appealing to my taste. And this is how the colors look. If your black character is looking too dull, it might be that the character's skin tone is too desaturated. So I would advise that you should pick a color in the middle of the saturation bar. Maybe if you are drawing something based on a character that already exists, or from a photograph, it might be good to just look at that reference, go to the photograph of that character or of the person, and try and match the skin tone as much as you can by just moving around the color wheel, like I have shown you in today's tutorial. And yeah, I think that's all I have for today's video. I really hope you learned a lot, and let me know what you would like me to talk about next. I would like to share more of my knowledge and tips with you guys, and yeah, I just need some video ideas and I'll get onto it as soon as I can. And yeah, if you really enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. That will really help my channel grow and really encourage me to post more often. Have a good day, and I love you guys. Bye.